Hey everybody, this is AShadowbox, and welcome to our last AirHauler flight using the Cessna 172. Alright, so after this flight, we should be able to have enough reputation to go ahead and buy a better plane. What that plane is, I don't know yet. Um, I'll let you guys tell me in the comments, but I originally wasn't going to film this, and then I thought, why not? I promised a video this weekend, and I just found out my weekend's going to be a little bit busier than I anticipated, so figured I'll shoot this for you, and at least have this out this weekend, and I'll try to get the video with the better plane out this weekend as well, though that might actually be as late as Tuesday before that comes out. So, anyway, this is our last flight with our Cessna 172. We are going from Kilo Papa Bravo X-Ray Airport to our home hub of Kilo Papa Mike Hotel. So, I forget what city we're in right now, but we're headed to Portsmouth, Ohio. So, yep, let's hop back in the cockpit, and I did install this free add-on called it's ENB shaders. So check this out. Right now they're disabled, but if I press Shift F12, the shaders come in, and I just think that looks so much better. It's currently sunrise right now. My frames look like they took like a 2 or 3 hit, but anyway, we'll leave it on. Let's go ahead and get our trim set for takeoff, and let's do it. Right now we have 50% reputation. Landing here got us to that point. But, oh, I forgot to set my flaps. But, we need to get over 50% in order to take out a lease on a new plane. So, that is what we are doing. It's a relatively short flight over. I've had some flights that have been, kind of crazy. I made a kind of a huge mistake earlier today. I was putting in a pretty complicated route into my flight planner, and I was supposed to fly to shoot, where did I put my list? There it is. Okay, I was supposed to fly to... Oh, man, I should not fly and be looking for things at the same time. Alright, third attempt at this. I was supposed to fly to 3 Lima 7 airport, and I ended up accidentally... I was supposed to fly to 3 Indigo 7 airport, which is somewhere in central Ohio, and I accidentally input 3 Lima 7, and because I thought the uppercase I was a lowercase l, which in hindsight was stupid. Duh, everything's capitalized. But so that took me from central Ohio to almost the northern tip of Michigan. So yeah, that was quite a mistake. That cost me like 4 hours. It was 2 hours to get there, and then another 2 hours to get to where I was supposed to be. And that's another thing I don't really like about default aircraft. You see how the interior lights just shut off on their own? I didn't do that. I like being able to have control the interior lights. Yep, you might notice that I think the frame rates are around 20 for this video, and in my other videos they are around 30. That is because I thought that, whoa, why is my... Hang on. Something's not right here. My autopilot's not working right. Why is my autopilot not working? It's just trying to stall my plane. Sorry guys. This stuff only happens when I'm trying to record too. Alright, now let's try it. And it just shoots up again. Good lord. What is wrong with you? How's my trim? My trim is not that high. Altitude. Come on. Okay. Alright, there we go. I think we're good now. Let's increase that to 5,000. Anyway, yeah. Man, what was I saying? Oh, I totally forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry, I know you guys are gonna be yelling at me for that. Darn it. Don't you hate when that happens? I honestly, for the life of me, cannot remember what I was talking about. Oh well, I'm sure it'll come to me. If not, you guys can yell at me all you want in the comments section. Alright, so this is the last flight with the Cessna 172. I can't say I'm sad to see it go. I think I've put in my fair share of hours. I'll show you the AirHauler screens after this flight, as usual. I've put in, I think, 60 hours in this Cessna 172. And, a lot of that's my fault. I should have been able to take out a lease on another aircraft after 20 flights. Because how this works, I started out on career mode, which is the hardest mode that you can start out on. It gives you a Cessna 172 and 40% reputation. And the aircraft that you can fly are limited by your pilot's rank. So, and this is only like the second time I've ever tried to play AirHauler, and the first time I did it on easy, which gives you like 60% reputation, a Learjet, and a heck of a lot more money. But anyway, so I did it on career mode because I thought it'd be more entertaining. But I made several mistakes, which meant instead of 20 flights to get to 50% reputation, because each successful flight increases your reputation by 0.5%. So to get from 40 to 50%, obviously, 20 flights. I don't know how many it's been, but it's been a lot more than 20, because I didn't realize canceling a job, like if you accept a job and then realize, oh wait, I accidentally accepted the wrong one, or oh, that doesn't fit in with the rest of the flight plan, and then you cancel it, you lose a whole % of reputation. And then if you take a job and then fail it, say you deliver the cargo by so much as like 2 minutes late, you lose like 4% reputation. Now I've only failed one job, and that was because I didn't pay attention to the delivery time, which was stupid of me. But when I first started out and I was still learning how to do the flight planning stuff, I canceled so many jobs. So like, I wasn't eyeing my reputation as carefully as I should have been, or else I would have noticed it and caught it earlier. But I lowered myself to like 25 or like 28%. So yeah, I added like an entire third to what I needed to do. And so yeah, it's been a long time. To compare, my friend Infinite Lives, go check out his channel, FS Passengers Let's Play, pretty cool. He's put in 70 hours, and he is flying jets. I've put in 60, and I'm flying a Cessna 172. And I'm about to upgrade to a turboprop. Yay! So yeah, AirHauler, really intense. Or maybe tedious is the right word. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I enjoy it. But yep, FS Passengers and AirHauler, both fantastic add-ons. Both cater to similar audiences, but slightly different. Infinite Lives, specifically for you, I've installed a pretty neat add-on, I think, that you'll like. I'll look for it at the end of my ERJ 135 Part 2 tutorial, which I'm also hoping to get up sometime this weekend or early next week. So yeah, that'll be neat. But I also someone that I've just recently met in the community, Dr. Vesuvius is what he goes by. He's started a freeform Let's Fly, so that's pretty neat. He's not using, at least I don't think he's using FS Passengers or AirHauler at this time. no, he's definitely not. At least not yet. I don't know if he has plans to or not, but he has some pretty good commentary going on, and he's flying to some pretty interesting parts of the world so far. He's English, so he's flying. Well, actually, I shouldn't assume. Oh man, I'm coming across as such a typical, stereotypical, ignorant American. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm reasonably sure he's English. I don't think any of the other nations of Great Britain have even remotely similar accents as the English accent, so. Yep. Dr. Vesuvius, please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But as you said, no one can be perfect, right? Alright. But yeah, check out his channel. He's got some good stuff going on over there, and he doesn't just do FSX, I think he does Minecraft as well. But yeah, check out both of their channels. I'll link them both in the description. Both good channels to check out. And oh my word, I forgot to enable time acceleration, otherwise this would be a long video. I'm not going to do over 4 time acceleration for any video though. Just because I don't think it's really necessary. But I've installed a few extra add-ons besides the ENB shader, which I've already showed you. I've installed Ultimate Terrain X, and I think there was one more. I think I already had Ground Environment X installed when I started. So yep, Ultimate Terrain X and that unknown add-on that will be at the end of my ERJ-135 Part 2. So yep. It's really neat. All I can say is Infinite Lives, I think you will find that quite useful for your FS Passengers Let's Play, though it is $40, so it's a bit of an investment. Also, I was going through my old hard drive, and I came across my old Airsoft Twin Otter, so I'm gonna have to get that imported into AirHauler soon. I don't know if I'll be able to afford it right off the bat. I've kind of been eyeing the Coronado Grand Caravan for our next plane. I am going to sell this plane just because I've grown to kind of I love and hate it. I love it because I'm very familiar with it now and I can fly it pretty easily. But I also hate it because it's a default aircraft and it's boring. So yeah. We're just flying over northern Kentucky right now on the southern border of Ohio. Southern border of Ohio, I believe. Let's zoom out on the GPS a little bit. Actually, that's West Virginia on the right here. This is Kentucky, and Ohio is directly north. So, yep. I'm also looking to open up another base. It needs to be reasonably close to where I am now. I'm in pretty much, well, you'll be able to see it on the GPS when it comes up. Central southern Ohio is where our current base is. And preferably our next base needs to be in range, like, it needs to be like within 500 nautical miles, let's say. So if you guys know of any airports that you think I should open a base in, let me know and I'll consider it. I can't promise I'll be able to afford it. I might have to, pick something smaller in that area. So like if you ask me to open up a base, let's just say in Tampa, well, chances are I'm not going to be able to afford to open up a base in Tampa International, so I'll look for a local airport, a small municipal airport in that area. But yeah, I don't know. I really love the geography of, well, I guess this tri-state area, West Virginia, Kentucky, and southern Ohio. There's lots of hills and lots of greenery. I grew up in Los Angeles, California, and while that area has its benefits, no doubt, it doesn't really have a lot of greenery, which is, I don't know, you get tired of seeing concrete and cement in buildings after a while. I don't live there anymore. Um, but yeah, you definitely come to appreciate nature. Unless you don't like nature. In which case you're everything that's wrong with the world. Nah, I'm just kidding. To each his own. Alright, but yep, you can see our base right here. As I said, right on the southern central part of Ohio. I don't think it's within visual range yet. It's still 30 miles away. But yeah. So, leave me suggestions what you think my next aircraft should be, where I should open a base, and also something else I wanted to run by you guys. Once we get to 55 or 60% reputation, pilots like AI pilots will start submitting applications to us, and we can choose to hire them or not. So I was wondering if you guys would like me to hire an AI pilot and have him fly, say, like the Cessna, or I would actually, I mean, I'm gonna sell a Cessna, so I'd probably buy like a Rockwell Commander for them, or something like that, and that has the potential to like double our income. Or would you rather me take the money and invest it in a larger plane, because that also has the potential to double our income? Personally, I'm kind of leaning toward hiring an AI pilot because I just got a job today. Finally, I wasn't able to keep my job over the school year because I'm going to school out of state and I'm back home for the summer. So obviously I needed a new job. But anyway, I finally got a job yesterday, and I don't know how much of my time that's going to take up, but if I have an AI pilot, he can do some flying for me while I'm at work, and that will help us advance the company. So that's what I'm leaning toward, but if you guys would rather... And let's wait for the ATC. But if you guys would rather see more planes or better planes, nicer planes, be sure to tell me that. I want to build this series off your feedback as much as I can. Because if I'm not showing you what you want to see, why are you watching? There's not really a point for you to watch, and I want to make you want to watch this, So yeah, that's where we're headed with the channel. Alright, let's take this out of time acceleration and over to manual control. Trim down a little bit. Oh, I accidentally left my mixture at a full rich. Above 3,000 feet, you're supposed to thin it out. But I got talking and forgot to do it. So, what are you gonna do? Well, you can see our airport just ahead. Do I still have the ENB enabled? I do. The ENB, it really, really makes a difference at night. It makes it really, really hard to see at night, because what it does, it just it adjusts the contrast of your colors, and so it makes the lights, I wouldn't say it makes them stand out, but it makes everything darker and softer. And I really like it. I think it looks really, really good. But the downside is, at night, if you're not in an urban area, like, in the areas that we've been flying, lots and lots of greenery, not so much, not very many big cities, it makes it very hard to see. Oh, well, I think the sun is well and truly up, so we can go ahead and turn off our strobe and nav. Now we just have our anti-collision and our landing and taxi lights on, which is exactly what we need because we're under 10,000 feet. I believe FAA regulations state under 10,000 feet you need your landing lights on, and at all times you need your red beacon or anti-collision light on. I believe your nav lights and your strobe light are only in low visibility situations, so at nighttime or in foul weather. If I'm wrong, someone please correct me in the comments down below, but I don't think that I am. Oh, also, I picked up another plane. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I picked up the Airbus. Oh, I have hiccups. Dang it. I picked up the Airbus X. I think it's also called Airbus Extended. Airbus X Extended. Something along those lines. Anyway, I think it just went through a name change. But I saw it on Frugal Sim's channel, and it looks like a really nice aircraft and not too complicated. Definitely not. Well, you know what? It might be as detailed as a PMDG aircraft, except the Airbus as a plane is much easier to fly than a Boeing. So, just by the virtue that it's an Airbus, it'll be much easier than, say, the PMDG 737, which I do not have. Yeah. I would really like to get the PMDG 737, but I think it's like $80. And I have a hard enough time, justifying $40 or $50 for airplanes, but 80. I could almost get 2 for that. Granted, there's almost nobody makes planes to the level that PMDG does. The only one, there's two that I can think of that come close, and that's the Airbus X, which we've already mentioned, and the Majestic Dash 8. It's ridiculous. Sorry, I'm kind of concentrating on the landing. I'm noticing I'm a bit too high. So, man, what a difference this landing is compared to the first one, huh? I guess that's what 60 plus hours of flight time will do for you. Of course, a lot of that has been time accelerated, but I never go, well, okay, I won't say never. I very, very rarely use any higher than 2 or 4 time acceleration, though. So, 60 hours in game is probably, counting for times that I do and don't use acceleration, it's probably 20 hours IRL, so. Oh yeah, beautiful landing. Not exactly centered, but that's alright. Brake. Flaps up. One good thing about the Cessna 172, it's really easy to fly. Or at least the default one. I've never tried an add-on Cessna 172 just because I didn't really think there was much point. I don't see how it can be all that much more complicated than the one in, than the default one. I mean, obviously there's the fuses and stuff that you'd have to manage, but I don't know if any add-ons actually handle fuse management. Alright. Parking brake on. Fuel cut off. Magnetos off. Lights off. avionics off, master switch off. And our plane is shut down. Oh, wait, and fuel selector, left or right to prevent cross bleeding. Alright, there we are. I will see you guys when we get to the AirHauler screen. Alright guys, here we are at the AirHauler screen. Let's go ahead and unload our plane. Yay! Job complete. Yes, stop flight monitoring. Don't care about the logs. Go ahead and exit out of Microsoft Flight Sim. There it goes. Alright, now let's take a look. I'm gonna warn you, I've been promoted a few times because of how many jobs I've flown. I'm now a second officer with a max takeoff limit of 100,000. So, yeah. Look at this, 75 logged hours. Exactly. It's pretty awesome. Fleet. Here's our Skyhawk. Perfect condition. Flight time, 75 hours exactly. Man, that's awesome. Oh, I don't know, I'm kind of loath to sell it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. See if there's any used aircraft deals. There are some steals. Like, come on, the ERJ-145 for 4 million. I mean, yeah, its condition is kind of rubbish, but I mean, I don't have 4 million. I don't even have close to 4 million. There we go, over 50%. Finally, I have 109,000. So yeah, we do need to sell a Cessna. Unfortunately, goodbye Cessna. 100,000. Yes. Goodbye. Kind of sad to see it go, but not really. So, yep, there it is. Let's see, second officer. You start out as a, sorry, I don't know what these abbreviations mean. A PPL, and then a CPL, and then I think a CCPL, and then FTAPL, and then second officer. So yeah, we have a max takeoff limit of 100,000, which means technically we could fly anything up to the CRJ-700 if we so wanted to. And so if we had the money, we literally could jump from a Cessna 172 to a CRJ. To a CRJ-700. I mean, the only thing stopping us from doing that is our money situation. We have 200,000, so the best we could get right now is the Grand Caravan. The Coronado Grand Caravan. But I haven't added the Twin Otter in yet. I don't know where the Twin Otter will factor. I imagine it'll be comparable to a King Air. So, yep. That's it for this episode. Guys, let me know what you think I should get. I'll go through our options here. A Piper Cub, an Extra 300, the Real Air Lancair Legacy, which is very fast, but has kind of pitiful cargo capacity. You know, if you can, try to take in this information when you're telling me what to get as well. Though don't really pay attention to the fuel burn per hour, because the add-on aircraft just have 0 in that value. So anyway, we got the Piper Cub, the Extra 300, the Lancair Legacy, Cessna 172. Even if you tell me to get the Cessna 172, I'm not going to get it. Sorry. The Coronado Commander 114, I believe that's a Rockwell Commander 114. A Mooney Bravo, the de Havilland Beaver, which is float plane only, the Beach Baron B5, the B58, the Coronado version, the default Beach Baron 58, Cessna C340, which is Cessna, pretty much it's Cessna's version of the Beechcraft Baron B58. They'll take into account the differences in speed and cargo capacity. The Cessna Grand Caravan, the Super Cargo Master, apparently holds less than the regulars, which I find kind of odd, but whatever. I mean, it's just a difference of a few pounds. It won't really matter all that much. A Beechcraft King Air, which holds more than a Grand Caravan. Oh wait, sorry. A King Air is not an option right now, so stop at the Grand Caravan. And if you want, I haven't added it in, so I'm not sure. If I can afford it, do you think I should get the Airsoft Twin Otter? I mean, I already have it. I just haven't imported it into AirHauler yet. So anyway, guys, a few questions for you at the end of this video. Should I invest in AI pilots? Should I open a new base? And what new plane should I get? Alright guys, I'm AShadowbox. This has been AirHauler. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one. Oh my god, I literally almost copied Stockogloss's ending, like word for word. I'm a terrible person. Anyway guys, have a good one.